Hello everybody, so y'all saw in that picture I posted earlier. Hi Marmaduke. Here comes Marmaduke. Your Duke. Hi Duke. Go play, okay? Go play. I love you. Anyways, as y'all saw in the picture, I got my pack ready. Or I did, I had to take that one apart. That pack, I found that red pack at an abandoned home bum camp that was literally on the edge of A&R's freight yard, which those who know where A&R's rail yard is here in Lufkin, it's the old combo yard. It has no frame on it whatsoever. It fucking hurt my back like hell. Anyways, go play. Go play. Okay? Love you. Anyways, we are leaving. We will be leaving Sunday night. I got a friend of mine who lives here in town who'll drop us off in an old rail town called Groveton, which is 33 miles southwest of here. The plan is, hopefully, if it could work well, let me get into some light. There we go. Anyways, is to try to go play. Go play. Go. Anyways, is mainly try to get, we gotta get to Groveton. We'll spend the night there. And then we'll walk from Groveton to Trinity. From Trinity, we'll go to Huntsville, which is an old Union Pacific town. From Huntsville, we are going to hitchhike all the way to the town of Temple. I got a friend of mine who I play music with. He lives in Temple. I'm going to go visit with him for about a day or two, and then we're going to go back up to Hearn. I'm going to go visit with the at the museum over there, go see a friend of mine who runs it, and then I'm gonna basically try to get all the way to San Angelo. I'm gonna go visit with another old friend of mine. I'm basically gonna see some people out west. I got a friend of mine who is an old hobo. He's actually been riding since the 70s, but he's retired. He's been retired for about a decade and a half, I think. I'm gonna go visit with him. And then after that, we're going straight west. I don't know if I'm gonna do Colorado. I enjoy it, especially southern Colorado, because I know the area very well, especially, around Alamosa and all those other areas, especially, Alamosa and the Rio Grande National Forest, which is my favorite place to go. God, man, my throat sucks. But, we are basically leaving for good, which means we will be on the road 24/7. I'm not going to be driving. I don't really think I want to drive again. Not that I have anything against it, and don't get me wrong, I love my Jeeps, especially my 97, but, when I don't usually admit to this stuff, because I don't know, I guess I just never feel comfortable with it. But when y'all saw a couple months ago, the 97 Grand Cherokee, when it broke down and it had to come over here, my parents, of all things, and I'm very embarrassed about this. They obviously, they came out and paid to have it towed. Well, they had to have a tow company come out, and it was so embarrassing because it's like we're in this really small town and everybody knew why I was there, which was fine. They everybody in that town was very helpful and all, but it was just very, I guess you could say, very embarrassing, because I wasn't really expecting it, and I guess I should have drove it straight home when problems started coming up again. But when we did get it home, they spent a lot of money trying to get it fixed. We replaced the fuel filter and the fuel pump, and replaced like half of the fucking engine itself. I think 3/4 of the engine itself, besides the engine block, is all new. and it still didn't want to work, you know. And it's like, if I can get it going, I think what it is, I think it's an alternator. I think the alternator needs to get replaced, because I asked Cooter about it, you know, because it's like I could put any of the 3 batteries I have. Sorry. Any of the 3 batteries I have, I can put it in the engine, and it will run for like 10 minutes in my front yard, and then it just kills itself. It just dies. It's like, really? You know, we replaced all this stuff, you still don't want to? And he says, you know, it probably has a bad alternator. Well, alternators aren't cheap, you know, and honestly, I haven't been able to find work. That's my fault. I admit that. You know, I have been trying to find work outside of scrapping metal and shit, but I kind of messed up my options on work around here, you know, because honestly, I do not like working 9 to 5. I don't like working long-term jobs. I like doing small jobs for, you know, daily, or if I am working long jobs, I like working you know, over on a farm or something, which is more of my kind of scene. Or even construction and carpentry. I like doing that too, but I haven't been able to find anything related to that in a while. So, you know, that's my fault, you know, I admit that. But I came to the conclusion last night. I was talking to Cooter, and I was talking to Half Track. She's one of our former hobo queens. Very well known, very well respected in the hobo community. You know, I've talked to her for years, and we've came to the conclusion, you know, I need to go back on the road, you know. I mean, I love this house, I really do, but it's, how to say it hasn't been the same since the girls died. And I'm not trying to dread on that. I'm not trying to, you know, make anybody feel bad about it. But, I mean, the reality is that's basically, I think that's what killed my drive to do anything, was because of the fact that the girls died. You know, Zena's was, as Cooter puts it, was a freak accident. Avery dies from kidney failure, you know, and I miss my girls, you know. I miss being able to go to bed with, you know, with all 3 dogs on the bed, knowing that I'm well protected, you know, waking up and they're still there. And now it's just me and Marmaduke, you know. You know, and I love Marmaduke. I would never exchange him for anything in the world. I'd rather go gearless and fearless having Marmaduke than have all the gear in the world and not have him. And, you know, I mean, I've done it before with Xena. But, you know, we've came to the conclusion that I need to go back on the road. That's where I feel like I belong. That's where I feel like that's actually me. You know, I get tired of like when we were in Jefferson recently, you know, some of y'all know I work for one of the antique stores in the downtown area. It's owned by a friend of mine. I've known her since I was a kid, you know, and she has me work there every time I'm in town, you know. Got people in that parking lot over there. I know, Duke. And, nope, it's okay, Stop, go play, go lay down, go get it. But anyways, you know, one of our employees there, you know, because I told her, because I thought I was going to settle down in Jefferson. And then after, like, I think after, like, a month, I'm like, you know, fuck it, I got to go back on the road. But when I told her I was going to be in Jefferson for a while, you know, she's like, okay, good, now you need to start paying taxes, and you got to start doing this, that, and the other. I'm like, yeah, you're people like you're the reason why I went on the road. You know, for those who know or don't know, are, you know, the hobo codes, not the imagery, but like the 12 commandments, as I call them, from the tourist union. One of our rules is basically you do not let people decide your life for you, and that's what she was trying to do, was basically tell me what I need to be doing with my life. And that's like, fuck you, I'm not doing that. Nice lady, but it's like, that's not my kind of thing. So when I came back over here, I've been back for like 2.5, almost, I think almost, this coming Sunday is 3 weeks. I just realized that. And it's like, fuck, dude, I'm not doing anything with my life around here, It's like, Cooter's out there, with his dogs, and he's having a grand old time with his mother and his family, and then Anywhere Man, he's out there making it big on YouTube. I'm surprised he hasn't even been on YouTube or fucking, TikTok. I'm never going on TikTok. Don't even expect to find me on TikTok. Please don't try to get me on TikTok. I do not like it. It's bad enough I'm on YouTube, but he's making a killer on both of them, and I think he's actually getting paid from it too. Lucky bastard. But like I said, once the girls died, that's when my drive got killed. So it's like, I feel like I need to go back on the road. That's where my real drive is. I don't like being in one place for so long. I don't like having walls all around me. So yeah. Sunday night, I'm getting all my stuff reorganized and ready to go. We're gonna leave out Sunday night. Like I said, I got a friend of mine that's gonna pick me up and drop us off in a nearby town, and we'll just go on it from there. We're not coming back. The cars I'm giving both my Jeeps back to my mother, so she'll have them back under her name. I'm giving her ownership both of the cars, and she can sell them and get the money back off of it, hopefully, So, anyways, hopefully I can start doing, regular videos again. Because really, being around here, I didn't really have, especially lately, I just didn't have, anything to video about, because I wasn't really doing anything, I was reading my books, I was playing Fallout, playing with Marmaduke, doing a little dumpster diving, and y'all gotta hear this, okay. Yesterday, before I get off, me and Duke went dumpster diving last night, and I think we left the house like around 6:30ish. Yeah, and you gotta walk, so I go downtown. I'm walking Lotus Lane, which is right over here, and there's a rail line that goes across Lotus Lane, and it's the one owned by Angelina Nesh's River Railroad, first company I ever rode. So I get down there, and the rail line's blocked off because they're tearing the track up or not tearing it up, but they got machinery there to lift the track up so they can take out the old ties and replace it with new rail ties. And this is the track that literally is actually on the road. So they tore up the concrete to basically, to be able to get to the rail ties. So there's like an excavator out there, and there's like all this different machinery, and there's like two rail cars, the ones that exchange the rail ties or whatever. And we walk this line. Okay, if you go downtown to dumpster dive, you have to walk that line, because it's the easiest route to take without having to deal with traffic. So I get over there and I'm taking pictures of everything. Well, 2 vehicles come up, and one was like a Kia, and then another one was another small car, and they wanted, within like 3 or 4 minutes, they were both trying to get around the machinery. One of the excavators, or whatever the hell it's called, was blocking the road, so people don't actually try to drive over the track, because if you do go over the track, you're stuck. And so they're trying to drive around the machinery to get onto the track. Well, it doesn't matter if you drive around it, because as soon as you drive around it, if you go onto the track, you're stuck. There's literally an episode of Cops where an officer tried to drive on a road track and got stuck when he was chasing a motorcyclist, a dirt biker, or whatever the hell it was. So I'm pointing to them like, you know, you need to turn around, you need to move, and they just ignore me, and you know, one almost got stuck. And I'm like, dude, seriously, you cannot drive on this track, because here's the thing, okay? If they got stuck, I would have, either me or somebody else, we would have to call 911, because even though there's a train, or I'm sorry, even though there's still machinery on the track and the brakes are on, if those brakes gave way and the car is stuck on the track, there goes the car and the occupant if it's still in there, right? So people don't understand. I mean, as soon as you, I mean, of course I'm used to it, so I don't really give a damn, but you know, as soon as you decide to go ahead and get your vehicle stuck, if the railroad wants to, even the small class 3s like ANR, they can actually sue you, because technically you're trespassing, and in that situation you knew you were trespassing because you saw all the signs and all the equipment and you knew the road was out. So like 4 hours later, I come back, I get done dumpster diving, I got Marmaduke with me, we get back. What do you know? There's a fucking truck, the ones that look like the spaceships, you know, those fucking, these kids with their fucking lifted trucks, right? And they got the fucking lights on the wheels and on the underside. It looks like a fucking spaceship, okay? I always called it a spaceship. It comes up and I can hear it. I'm like, please don't try to fucking do this, because again, even if you do fucking, you know, get over it with your fucking lifted truck, it's still gonna be a disaster. And sure enough, he literally comes up on the right of behind the machinery and literally tries to get over, and he finally stops and backs up. He backs up, straightens his truck up, backs up all the way to the 4-way and leaves. I'm like, you people are the dumbest sack of shits I've ever fucking seen, you know. So anyways, I thought that was funny. So anyways, I gotta get back packing. I will see y'all later.